Hello everyone, it is Jaden and welcome back to another video. And for this week's video, I thought I would bring you all along with me as I work on my everything journal. I have not worked on this bad boy in a couple of days, more like a couple of weeks actually. I'm quite behind in adding things into this journal, so I thought we could do it together. Also, I still cannot get over how thick she is getting. But anyways, let me stop rambling and get to work. Alright, so here is my journal all ready to go. I went ahead and opened it up to the very next blank page that I had marked with the ribbons, and got to work on my first spread, which was about the 4th of July. This definitely gives you all an idea about how far behind on this journal I was. But anyways, I found this very patriotic star scrapbooking paper and cut it out with some pinking shears to use as a background for all of my pictures, because I printed out quite a lot from the 4th of July. For the 4th of July this year, I spent some time with my cousins, which was a lot of fun. It had been a while since we had last seen each other, so it was great to just catch up and have a lot of fun. I printed these pictures out on sticker paper, which I don't typically do, but I did it anyways for these particular stickers, and they were such a pain to peel, which is why you only saw me doing that one sticker, because it would have been like a good 5 minutes of me struggling to peel them off. But anyways, I cut out some little triangles of that patriotic scrapbooking paper to add into the corners of my journal page, just because I like doing this just to add some extra color behind whatever photos I may add onto the page. I then pulled out my little sticker book and went to this Rocket Pop or Bomb Pop puppy sticker that I have. This sticker was made by Wool Blossoms, who I've mentioned before. I absolutely adore their work. It is super cute. But anyways, I pulled out a Crayola marker and used that to do the header of my journal spread. I accidentally made the 4th way too thick, but that is okay. Anyways, after doing the little title page, I went out and did a little entry about the 4th of July with a dark blue gel pen, and then after that spread was finished, I moved on to the next one. So my cousin gave me this BTS coffee because we're both armies and she knew that I would love it, so I wanted to make a little collage using that label from the coffee can or coffee bottle or whatever. I decided I used this scrapbooking paper because it was cream colored and it would match the label really well. So I added some glue to the last page and stuck it down to the blank side of the cream colored one and basically just cut it out. That was probably a bit of a complicated way to explain it, but oops, I didn't know a better way to explain that, but obviously you could tell what I was doing on the screen. I then found some of this craft paper and tore it out because, again, it was a color that would match the BTS label really well, and I just glued it down to the page before gluing down the BTS label. Now, this label was a bit of a pain to attach because it is obviously curved, and it did end up getting a few little tears in it, but that is okay. I then used this little BT21 label that came from a keychain that my cousin got me when she was in LA. It not only is a BT21, but it also matches the colors perfectly. I then added this little music sheet looking scrapbooking paper to the corner. You can also see that I added a coffee sticker at the bottom. I then I pulled out these very cute sloth stickers that I had, but I only used the coffee beans because they match the spread really well. And then finally I pulled out a coffee cloche, I believe that's how you pronounce it, a sticker, which is a local coffee shop, and I added it to the corner. You can see I was struggling to peel it a little bit, but that is okay. And that completed the little BTS coffee spread. Next up was talking about these Stay Gold bracelets that I made. Now, I had made these for when I saw the Outsiders musical. I made enough to give to the cast, and then I had some left over. I was going to give the leftover ones to fans that were waiting outside at the stage door as well, but I ended up needing to go. So I decided to make a little TikTok video talking about how I had some bracelets left over, and if anybody wanted one, they could just message me on TikTok or Instagram, and I would totally just send them one for free. And basically I was just talking about that because it was really fun, being able to share these bracelets with fans of the musical, because I have become such a big fan since I last saw it. I literally listen to the cast recorded album all the time because I just really enjoy it. But anyways, here is that finished spread, and it is on to the next one. So this one is basically just about how for my grandmother's birthday we went to Olive Garden. Well, actually my sister and her boyfriend treated my grandmother to Olive Garden, and my grandmother didn't want to go alone with them, so she made me go. I used some green scrapbooking paper to go into the corner of the pages, again just for that nice pop of color, and it kind of matched the photos that I had printed out from dinner. And then I just went about gluing all of that down with one of my little Elmer's glue sticks that I realized that I go through like crazy. It is kind of insane. I then pulled out this super cute like Italian food sticker sheet from Wool Blossoms. Picked off the sticker of the little sheep eating the breadsticks, and this little sheep is actually Wool Blossoms mascot, and I believe their name is Sprout, and it's just super cute, and it obviously matches the spread perfectly. And then just picked out some green stickers that I had that would just, again, kind of match the colors that I was going for. I then did the title for the page before going in with, of course, green gel pen to just write about how that dinner went. Now, after I finished writing that, it was time for the next spread. These are some cards that came in Pop Mart blind boxes that I've gotten. And I wanted to do something with them, and I realized that they fit into this little envelope perfectly. So I put them in there and decided that I would just glue the envelope into my journal. But first I wanted to decorate the page. I pulled out this box of washi tape that I had and just kind of sorted through it and picked out 2 different washi tapes. I did the smiley face one along the bottom of the page, and then I picked out this pretty floral washi tape, and then again I did it along the side of the page just to give it a little bit of extra pops of color. I then glued down the envelope to put it into the page. I wish I had some of that like runner tape that I've used before, but I have ran out of that and I need to get a replacement. But after everything was down, it was time again to do the title page and then write everything out about blind boxes, which I absolutely love getting a good blind box. They're so much fun. And for this one, I recently got quite a few Pop Mart blind boxes because they were on sale. So I was just very happy with those because I got such cute ones. Here is one that I got, which is a Jurassic World themed one. I was super happy because I got every single like little character that I would have wanted. I decided to use the packaging of those blind boxes in a spread on a little collage. So the first one up was, like I said, the Jurassic Park one. Put down some of this green paper that I thought would match perfectly. I then glued down the parts of the packaging onto the page. Now I knew that doing this would make my my journal, of course, super thick. And I knew that this would be a bit of an issue because not only am I adding in the Jurassic World collage, but I have this one right here, which is a monsters one, and then there was a third one that I had that I ended up doing. But first, before getting into all of that, I finished up doing this monsters one. I had this paper that I thought matched perfectly and cut it down with some pinking shears to give it that fun little decorative edge before gluing it down onto the page and then gluing down all of the packaging from the blind box and then adding cute stickers. Now this was the last spread that I actually recorded. I then went ahead and worked on just adding in the rest of the pages that I needed for this journal off camera, which I will show you all right about now. So here's everything else that I added in, and this of course made my journal super thick. I had other stuff set aside that I thought I wouldn't add into my journal and thought I would just do something else with it. And then I realized that unfortunately I'm not really going to be able to work in this journal anymore just because of how thick it has gotten and just how awkward it is, especially doing stuff on the left side just because of the way it's just like so raised, which is super unfortunate. But as you can see, I did end up getting a new journal and wrote a little love letter to this journal because it was very special to me. As you can see, it has gotten super thick and I just think it would be super difficult to do the very last pages. So here is the brand new journal that I got from Michaels, and I already went ahead and decorated it with this cute little bow sticker that I had, And here is a comparison of both of the journals, but I'm excited to start a new one, and thank you all so much for coming along with me as I continued working on this journal, which is unfortunately the last time I will work on it, but it's time for something new.